Hi yogis. Why does my heel lift when I do a side lunge or malasana squat? This is a question I received, and I suspect more than one of you are working with this question. So let me walk you through it a little bit in a way that I can't do in the course of a practice. For malasana squat, when you drop down, your heels may lift. This is fine. The most important thing to keep in mind, whether you're doing a side lunge and you can't get the foot flat, or whether you're in malasana squat and you can't get the foot flat, the only thing that really matters there is that your knee and foot are facing the same direction. You don't want your knee twerking and moving in a different direction than your foot. That's the only thing that's important. To build the mobility in your ankle, you could take a rolled up towel and place it beneath your heel. And that helps train the heel. It's a soft way to bring the floor a little higher and to train your heel to drop a little lower. So if you're finding that in malasana squat, at a certain point your heels lift, then you can place your heel onto the rolled up mat, or the rolled up towel. For a side lunge, so let's say I start in malasana squat. I happen to be able to comfortably get my heels to the floor. If I was to extend my leg from here, my heel lifts because I have too short a stance. So one option when you're doing a side lunge is make sure that you have a very long stance. And the longer your stance is, the greater the likelihood. You have to be, this is quite intense in my hip, because the knee is opening back in order to face in the same direction as the toes. So check that. That might be the first problem, is that you're not taking a wide enough stance. Again, you could place the rolled up towel beneath your heel that's lifting. But also, you don't have to get the heel down. There's a couple of options here. Skandasana squat, where it's the same thing, but instead of coming down with the hips, you lean forward and lengthen out your spine. This gives you that same hello hips work without straining the ankle. So you may want to just stay here when we do archer's pose. Slowly crawl the foot forward so that you make sure that you have enough room. And again, if your heel is lifting, then just put that rolled up towel underneath it and make sure that your knee points in the same direction. If you have any other questions, please don't ever hesitate to ask me, and I will do my best to answer them. See you next time on the mat.